Tesla again today is one of the top performing stocks in all of the S&P 500. Now this rally looks poised to continue as Dan Ives says China is set to be a major tailwind for Q1, causing him to raise his price target. And we'll get into that and the other reasons why Tesla stock continues to soar after earnings. But it could all come to a very bitter end tomorrow when we get Fed Jerome Powell's speech. So let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, why Tesla stock is going higher. This article breaks it down beautifully for us. From Benzinga, it says, what's going on today with Tesla stock? Or if I said that backwards, what's going on with Tesla stock today? I love those. I love those headlines. Just break it all down for you. So, what is happening today is that on Friday, CEO Elon Musk would not be held accountable for misleading investors in a 2018 tweet. That was the big news over this weekend that was bullish, and that caused a pop in after hours on Friday. Now, more importantly, you are seeing over this weekend, Tesla raise the price of the Model Y about $1,500. This is showing that they can squeeze out more money out of their customers, that the tax credits and the already done, price decreases are having the desired effect on demand that they wanted to see. That essentially production at this point looks like it can't keep up with demand. A very good problem to have, and it usually tends to lead to that said company's share price going higher. This time it's with Tesla, and you're not really seeing any other automaker in the same predicament as Tesla, having so much demand that they really don't know what to do with. Almost 2 vehicles being sold for every one that is being produced. Also today, Wedbush analyst Dan Ives maintained Tesla with an outperform rating on Monday and raised the price target from $200 to $225, citing tailwinds ahead of the company. In a new note to clients, Ives said the reacceleration story in China is just starting to shift into gear. Ives expects such to act as a strong tailwind in the first quarter. Quote, based on our recent survey work in the field, we believe that China EV reacceleration story for Tesla is just starting to hit its stride, I've said in a tweet following the note. Tesla also raised prices for its Model Y vehicles over the weekend, which could be driving some of the action Monday morning. Tesla stock continues to go higher, and if you look at this stock and its chart, oh man, does it just look beautiful. You're trending much higher, very aggressively, just almost every single day there's more positive news coming out from Tesla in a real V-shaped recovery. This is the definition of a V-shaped recovery. It literally looks like a V. Now, you went from $101.81 to $194.76, and I think it's pretty safe to say that Tesla's still at a steep discount to where the company could be in the future. That's why we like this stock as a long-term investment. Now, in the short term, you have gotten rejected at this level you were at back here in November, on November 30th, close to about $200 per share over the past 3 days or so. So $200 is going to be a major level in which shorts, can we even talk about a short squeeze with Tesla? Because, boy, you may have not seen anything yet. If you break out above $200, which could firmly come tomorrow, you could see shorts actually reversing some of their short positions within Tesla stock. This looks to be a major resistance level. If that is broken, that will be a very positive development. Now, this all hinges on Fed Jerome Powell. If we take a look at CNBC as of right now, the main headline is stock futures are flat as investors await Fed Chair Powell's speech. And if we take a look at the economic calendar in which we like to do for important economic data or events, you could see Fed Jerome Powell is right here. Fed Jerome Powell's speech at 1:40 p.m. This is really an hour behind. I think it's on Central Time. So it's really at 12:40 p.m. So you're going to have some time in the morning to trade this, to get ready for this. But Fed Jerome Powell is expected to give us a lot of what we heard at the last Fed meeting. that's where potentially you could get a big upside move or a big downside move. Specifically, I do want to highlight the possibility that Fed Jerome Powell did not want the markets to rally. Maybe he didn't accomplish what he wanted at the last press conference, and maybe the markets walked away a little bit too bullish after that. That's the big question and possible concern that you should have as investors is, does the Fed really want this to happen? What does the Fed say about that jobs report that we just got on Friday? 500,000 jobs created in the month of January. That does not look indicative of inflation going down and staying down. Again, anything can happen, but it would be almost the first time in history that you have not seen labor conditions loosen as inflation goes down, because typically when inflation goes down, it's heading into a recession or you're already in a recession, and that's because people start to rapidly cut prices of their products and services. So we'll see what Powell has to say about this, but expectations are not too much is going to change, and that's where your expectations should be, that we're going to get a big move to the upside or the downside, because something will be said within Fed Jerome Powell's speech that will make the markets happy or very sad. Pretty aggressively. You're going to see a big move around the time that speech does come on at 12:40 p.m. On another note, you do have continued earnings tomorrow in pre-market. You are going to get Royal Caribbean Group, BP, and Hertz. Tomorrow in after hours, Enphase, Chipotle. Those are going to be the big ones. Wednesday, pre-market, Uber, CVS, Wendy's. Wednesday and after hours, Walt Disney, Affirm. Thursday, pre-market, Pepsi, AbbVie, Canopy Growth, Philip Morris, Kellogg's, Toyota, and Veru. Thursday after hours, PayPal, Cloudflare, Lyft, Expedia, Aora, Bloom Energy. And Friday and after hours, you're going to get a lot of companies that a lot of people don't care about besides Honda. So you do have some important earnings for this week, but really not a huge week for earnings. Earnings season is kind of out of the way unless we get something that is very alarming. Disney has a black swan event, or PayPal, or something along those lines. You're probably in this moment in time where the markets can rally substantially from here, especially if Fed Jerome Powell gives us the green light tomorrow that rally is okay. So that is going to be all for this video. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. But most importantly, enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in the next one.